Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your babe Antoinette. So if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I know we are all going through so much right now. It's like we are not prepared for what the world is going through, and I want to say my prayers are with each and every one of you. Let's continue to pray for each other, and let's continue to observe the rules. Go by the rules, and then let God take charge. Let God's will be done. We are never prepared for it, but God should be at the center of it all. That is just what is going to help us at this moment, to be honest. So today we are talking about house hunting in Sierra Leone. This video is going to be more or less like house hunting in Freetown, the capital city of Sierra Leone, because it is much more cheaper when you go down to the provinces than it is in Freetown. So for the past 2 months or so, we have been finding a house to rent. We want to relocate, and I have been suffering in this process. So that is why I'm making this video, because I know a whole lot of Sierra Leoneans are suffering from this sheer wickedness. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get into this video. Renting houses has been a big problem in the capital of Sierra Leone, and I want to tell you guys now that most people here in Freetown work for their landowners, their house owners. This has been a thing. If you want to live in, a decent house and then you haven't built yours, you are mainly going to be working for the house owner, meaning half of your salary or all of your salary is just going to be kept for rent. It's just going to be saved for rent, meaning we live beyond our means, we live above our means, because the house owners have adopted the Western style of having agents rent their houses out. So that means you're no longer going through the channel of meeting the landowner, meeting the house owner, paying your rent and all of that. You're going through agents. The agents are, I don't want to say they are wicked, but they are making much more than the house owners themselves. For instance, if the house owner is asking for 10 million for a 2-bedroom apartment, the agents will be so wicked to say, this your house is so beautiful, I can have someone that can rent it for 15 million, and that's it. Then they will negotiate, and then he goes out, find a customer, find a client, and come for him to have his own commission. And this is just, the house cost is just skyrocketing, which is why I say most people living in Freetown are working for their house owners, because if you have to pay a rent that you cannot save up for, that means you are living way above your budget. Okay, so I know when I've listed the prices, the basic prices of houses, you guys are going to say, but this one sounds cheap compared to Western world. Yeah, but after analyzing our salary, after analyzing our basic earnings, then you're going to see that Sierra Leoneans are suffering. We are suffering. The basic houses here in Sierra Leone, when I say basic, I mean a 2-bedroom flat that has a bathroom and a kitchen. That is basic, that you have the things that you really need in it: a kitchen, a bathroom, you have your sitting room, and a 2-bedroom. That is $2,000 to $3,000. But when you want to have something decent, extra, something classy, a classy house in a nice, conducive environment, with everything, very neat, very decent and all of that, you are going to pay $5,000 to $10,000. So that means you're going to pay 50 million to 100 million for a very decent apartment. That's kind of apartment that a human is supposed to be living. The apartment that nourishes your body, that nourishes your soul. That is what you're going to pay 50 million to 100 million, which is $5,000 to $10,000. As long as you are going through agents, that is what you are going to be paying. That is just what you're going to be paying. The Lord is not going to save you. So the exceptions to this rule is when you're going through the house owners themselves. If you're paying, you're renting the house through the house owners themselves. That means you didn't contact any agent that you want to rent a house. Maybe someone is moving and then just direct you, say, that house over there is where I live, but I'll be leaving, and this is what I've been paying. Then you'll get a house cheaper than that amount. Or if luck is on your side, so maybe you'll pay $1,300, which is 13 million, or $1,500, which is 15 million, if you are going through the house owners themselves, or if luck is on your side. Now that is the luck that your girl is praying for. I want to meet the house owners themselves and just pay my 13 million for a 2-bedroom flat, at most 14 million. I don't even want us to pay, 15 million for a 2-bedroom flat. Mind you, we are young, we have so much to do with money. We can't be paying house owners. How are we going to build our own house? I want to have the grace to either have the opportunity to meet with the house owners themselves without paying any consultation fee, without giving, and mind you, when you are renting this house, you have to also give a consultation and a 10% of what you're paying to the agent. So that means if you're paying 20 million for the apartment, you're going to give 2 million loans to the agent, to a 10%. If you are paying 10 million, you are going to give 1 million. You're going to pay the agent whilst he's going to crook you by adding extra on that amount that the house owner is asking for. This amount that I'm calling is for a whole year. Rent for a whole year is $2,000, $2,500 up to $5,000 and $10,000 for a year. I know if you live abroad, you might be saying, but that is just too small, because you guys are used to paying much more than that, and I understand. But if I narrate or analyze the minimum wage of Sierra Leoneans, then you'll know that it's very difficult for the average man to live in a decent house. So let's come to the salary. In Sierra Leone, the basic or minimum wage is 500,000 loans. Hello, can you imagine? 500,000 loans. There are people that are even paid less than 500,000. There are people that are teaching that they pay 300,000, which is $30. But the minimum wage in Sierra Leone is $50. Yes, that means, let's just forget about those that are paid $30. Let's take the minimum wage, $50. People are living under $60, under $100 per month. Now, let's say John is a father of 2 girls with a wife, and then he wants to rent a house, but he's earning $50 a month, which is 500,000. Is he going to be able to afford a decent environment? No. Is he going to be able to save up for an apartment while eating good food? No. And you still have to cater for food, you still have to cater for health, you still have to cater for transport, you still have to cater for some form of recreation, because you have to safeguard your mental health. How are you going to survive? How? Most people live between the minimum wage of $50, which is 500,000, to 7 million, which is $700, $500. That is thereabouts. That is where most people, their salaries lie. Okay, so now tell me, how are people going to survive? And this is not just limited to house rent and house hunting, but when you look at everything that is going on, you'll understand that people here are striving to survive. It's like survival is a whole issue. I'll insert a $2,000 house here and a $5,000 house here, just so you guys see. And to me, it's the magic. It's a magic. We are fighting to survive. Sometimes I even wonder, what about those that are not working? What about those that are really unemployed? How are they managing? And the worst case is low-cost houses are not for the poor. Low-cost houses are not for the poor, nor are they for the middle class, period. And everyday prices are skyrocketing. We are earning so less for what we are paying. It doesn't make sense. If our jobs are paying much more, then we cannot you know, we cannot stop paying what you are asking for. If people are earning, then they will be happy to spend, they will be happy to pay, but I cannot pay what I'm not earning. You understand? So that is it for today. This is some basic rants. I know people go through this on a daily basis. So this is all we have here today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And before you go, I just want to say, stay safe, practice social distancing, and then let's just put God at the center of it all, and we'll be sure with our efforts and with his help, this thing will just pass off in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, don't leave without subscribing, and make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Bye. Mwah.